70% of the global population has gotten the COVID vaccine, a vaccine in which mRNA technology genetically edits our ribosomes to produce an altered version of COVID spike protein. Many of us have realized now that it may have been a mistake. Even the World Health Organization themselves have admitted that the vaccines can cause myocarditis or pericarditis through the presence of spike protein in cardiac tissue, which can sometimes be fatal. But that was not the only side effect. It also had caused Bell's palsy, Guillain-Barré syndrome, neurological issues, menstrual irregularities, and worst of all, white clots. 30 to 40% of dead bodies have been found with these strange, fibrous white clots. But my guess is that it's actually higher, concerning you would have to search every single vein in the human body to make sure. Considering 70% of the population is vaccinated, I would guess that most, if not all, vaxxed people have white clots. This kind of clot is anomalous and unique. First, spike protein binds to fibrin, creates anomalous amyloid-like fibrin structures. This altered structure attracts phosphorus from blood. The material builds up into denser, more persistent fibrous aggregates that do not share the same elemental composition that normal blood clots do. It doesn't have the iron in the blood, doesn't have the magnesium or the sulfur that is normal to our red blood cells. No, it's actually primarily phosphorus. Obviously, clots in veins impair circulation and general bodily function, so it's a really bad thing if you have fucking blood clots all over your body. But this is not the topic of today's video. I simply want to state what the repercussions are of an overproduction of spike protein. White clots in your veins, neurological damage, and a dangerously weak heart. Today, rather, I will be analyzing an observational study conducted by the University of Yale. It is titled Immunological and Antigenic Signatures Associated with Chronic Illnesses After COVID-19 Vaccination. Or, in other words, how much spike protein do these vaxxed people got? So, as we can see, this guy had mRNA in his auxiliary lymph node, his mediastinal lymph node, liver and spleen, and mRNA in the liver. And the mRNA codes the ribosome to create the spike protein. So if there's mRNA, spike protein follows quickly after. And there was spike protein and mRNA in the cerebral arteries. And now this is especially bad. The cerebral arteries pump blood into your brain. And obviously, I don't think I need to get into the implications of that. 43.8% of cases, spike protein was present. And mRNA detected in 3 out of 3 tested cases. In every single case, the mRNA was present in the brain. More mRNA detected in the lymph nodes 30 days after injection. None detected in unvaccinated or uninjected tissues. So, as you can see here, spike protein was found up to 709 days after injection in human plasma. And plasma makes up most of your blood. 709 days. That's almost 2 years. And it's 709 days and counting. Right? It's still going. Maybe this guy still has spike protein in his plasma. Now, I know what you're thinking now. You might have spike protein still in your plasma. You might have mRNA trying to edit your ribosomes in your fucking brain and your cerebral arteries. So what now? Well, there's not much you can do about the mRNA, unfortunately. But you can try to degrade as much spike protein in your body and your plasma as possible. And in order to do that, You could utilize nattokinase, which is derived from the natto kind of soy food, which is common in Japan. You could use bromelain, which is an enzyme found in pineapples, along with NAC, which is a powerful and quite commonly used antioxidant. All these things are natural. All these things are ubiquitously used for human health and completely fine. And if you have long COVID, if you're especially worried about the overproduction of spike protein in your body, I would very much recommend utilizing these substances, as I have.